Hello and welcome back to more PolyNerdic ProWrestling. I had different plans for my streaming today. I was planning on jumping into the Division 2, do a little solo action, but it is taking an eternity to download. I purchased it at about 7:30 this morning, and we're now sitting at 11 o'clock, and it still has 5 hours to go. I'm not sure what I could do to make it go faster other than just shut the PlayStation off and not do anything, but I want to do things today. I want to stream. I want to make some content. I want to have some fun. So, we're going with Plan B. This is something that I've had organized for a long time. I call it the Chel Raizer Invitational Tournament. It is a round-robin tournament of 20 women. You're looking at the A bracket right now. Alexa Bliss, Tegan, Sarah Logan, Taeler, Hendrix, Rhea, Ripley. I know Taeler Hendrix's name is misspelled, but that's just the version I downloaded. Elise. The Japanese writing is Vega Scott, Jordynne Grace, Sonya Deville, and Rosemary in the A bracket. And B bracket is Ember, Asuka, Becky, Lynch, Liv Morgan, Isla, Mandy Rose, B Priestley, Klein, Allie, and Zelina Vega. I will point out that B Priestley and Allie are old versions. I have downloaded better ones that I am currently using, but I'd already saved this tournament. Didn't want to mess with doing it again. Call me lazy, whatever. So you'll see the older versions of those two in this tournament, but if they happen to win, you'll see the other versions show up in the match that follows. Winner of this tournament, as long as it's going to be a 10-day tournament, I believe, if I've mapped it out right. A 9-day tournament, excuse me. We have a 9-day tournament to, it's round robin. Excuse me, I lost my train of thought. I have a bit of a sinus thing going on today. Round robin rules. Everybody fights everybody. Winners from each bracket face off in a, a one-match playoff. If we end up with ties, that'll be determined through additional round robin stuff. So it could go beyond 9 days, but it is booked. The primary tournament is 9 days long. A lot of matches, 10 matches a day. I've got it all lined up, so we shouldn't have any of the issues we've had with previous round robin streams where the computer makes an interesting decision as to what the next match should be, and you end up with people wrestling twice in a day, and then later on they're done and out of the tournament before it's over. I did my best to map it out so that doesn't happen. I know the New Japan Cup is going on right now. If you look further back into the PolyNerdic Pro Wrestling post, either on PolyNerdic.com or on YouTube, you'll see that we did our own version of the New Japan Cup recently. I call it the International Warriors Cup, the IWC. It is over. We have our champion of that tournament. He will be facing the PolyNerdic World Champ, Kenny Omega, in the next show. Unfortunately, this tournament won't be done in time for that show, so the women's champion may be different by the time this tournament's over, and the winner of this tournament will face the women's champion. All that said, let's get into the first match, which is slated to be, according to my card, day one kicks off with Alexa Bliss versus Tegan Nox. Let's get into it. So we're going to stream this for a while. I'll post it slowly over time on PolyNerdic.com, YouTube. We'll do day one and see where that puts us time-wise. Check on the division download, see where it's at. There is the namesake of the tournament is our ref, Chel Raizer, my fictional version of my real-life girlfriend, who is only passingly interested in professional wrestling. She'll watch it with me from time to time, especially women's matches. She likes women's wrestling a whole lot. She's gone to a live show with me. Unfortunately, it was a live Raw, and that means there's a whole lot of sitting doing nothing while they go to constant commercial breaks or do backstage segments. I'd like to go to either a house show or a proper pay-per-view with her, but not the biggest fan of professional wrestling, but tolerates it for me. And I historically create her in the games as the character Chel Raizer. A play on both her real name and her own internet moniker that she uses on, as a username all over the place. She is not a wrestler in the PolyNerdic ProWrestling universe as of yet, but she is a ref, much like PolyNerdic is. This is her tournament, though. She's the namesake of the tournament, much like the Mae Young Classic that WWE runs. This is the Chel Raizer Invitational. Shiniest Blizzard. That would be a stunning upset if Tegan Knox beats Alexa Bliss in less than 4 minutes. Oh, Canadian Destroyer. An increasingly popular move in the indie circuit. As you can see, this show brought us back to the hall. We've been doing shows in the big arenas, but I figured this tournament needed to be done in a more intimate location. So we're back in the hall. This hardwood floors and blue mats. Wow! What did she finish her with? I was busy talking about the building. Didn't even see what the finisher was. Alexa Bliss, fallen in less than 6 minutes. A headbutt. She beat her with a headbutt. I agree. 54% on that evaluation. That was not a good match. These tournaments always do this. If you recall last fall when I did the big round robin tournament with Kenny Omega and Seth Rollins, their opening match was like that too. All right, Ember Moon and Asuka is the correct next match, so let's do it. I tried to stream this once a couple months ago, and I flubbed the fourth match. I selected the wrong competitors, and I did exactly what I tried to get the computer to not do, and threw Alexa Bliss back in a match. Of course, if you watched NXT a couple years ago, Ember Moon and Asuka had some killer matches in real life. For the record, as of the time of this recording, the women's champ is Io Shirai. She's been a dominant champ in the PolyNerdic ProWrestling shows. She's due up, I think, the next card I have her on, which will probably be sometime in the next week or two. She is in a triple threat elimination match with Candice LeRae and Momo Watanabe. So that'll be a good match. It's an elimination style match, so there's a potential that Io could fall in the first fall, and then we're guaranteed to be champ. That'll probably be shortly after the 1st of spring, early April, at the latest on that show. I love doing these streams though, because Fire Pro's hands down my favorite wrestling game. Even though it doesn't look as sharp as the 2K games, it just is much more fun to watch. Much more variety. More sound logic, cooler moves, better roster in my opinion. I forever would rather play with the New Japan roster than most of the WWE roster. Although, I obviously have imported a lot of the WWE people via the character creator suite. I kind of feel bad about Asuka's booking in real life. You know, they finally put the main roster, one of the main roster women's belts on her. and they really haven't done much with her. Beyond that, like, she couldn't beat Mandy Rose without there being some bullshit about Mandy slipping on the apron. She couldn't be a dominant champ in that match. And then now there's talk that she's going to defend the title against Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville as they continue to melt down as a team. I think next time I do one of these one of these round robins. Excuse me. As I said, I'm having allergy issues. I think the next time I do one of these round robin tournaments, I might impose like a 15-minute time limit on each match. Although I know that'll lead to a lot of draws, but it could make the shows themselves shorter and more digestible. I do love tournaments, though. I love the New Japan Cup that's going on. I love the Best of the Super Juniors. I love the World Tag League. I love the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. I miss when the WWE did the yearly King of the Ring. We're taking it to Asuka. They've already doubled the match length of the previous match. Still kind of shocked about the headbutt leading to a pinfall in the last match. You see the eclipse in this matchup. It's not my favorite animation in the finisher. It doesn't look quite right. Asuka getting her chair. Unexpected. Unexpected heel move by Asuka. The Asuka armbar. That's quite the Asuka lock. Tap. Nope. There you go. Should we go for it? No, it's a bad body. The way it's animated in this game is weird because it almost turns into like a diamond cutter type move, not like a flex. It's a regular cutter. 3 times as long as Bliss. I'm not entirely certain I programmed this with the highest of difficulty level when I do that. Lately I've been doing the action on the difficulty level 10, so that way the AI behaves in a more, tough fashion. This one might have been saved as a 4 or 5 level. See a chair come into play. See it land on the chair. Don't know if it does any actual damage, but it certainly looks nice. Chops. That's been moving a little slower. So it's a little winded. That was a weird exchange. With the pinfall on Asuka. That was a hell of a transition. I don't know if she's going for a suplex and it got countered into a counter, or if that was the intended move, but it was pretty interesting. No, that was the actual move. It's a good match, ladies. Good match. Alright, up next, Sarah Logan versus Rosemary. I don't know why that's the way it came up when I put this together, but that's what it says is next. So, Sarah Logan versus Rosemary. See, what I did was I went and I found a template for a 10-team round robin, and then duplicated it. 1 versus whatever, 2 versus whatever, and then use that to formulate this tournament. I'd like to update my Rosemary and get a new purple and black Rosemary. The Rosemary that we've seen locked in some of the sillier shit that's going on Impact. Talented ass wrestler. Weird to see them bring back that sort of supernatural type character, though. Her and Su Yung and Allie, the whole weird supernatural dark side wars or whatever the hell they're calling it angle. Both these women are women that I am huge fans of. I'm a huge fan of both of them. That's the correct English. A window of New Japan Pro Wrestling. Continue watching the New Japan Cup. I was watching Will Ospreay versus Lance Archer before I started the stream. Keep it muted though for copyright sake. I understand Ring of Honor had one hell of a show last night too. I wish they'd give Sarah Logan a better finisher than the weird freaking knee drop she does. Kentucky knee. Like Rosemary hits a damn F5. depending on how long this installment goes, I might have to step away from the mic to accept a grocery delivery. Because I had groceries delivered this morning. Or I ordered groceries this morning to be delivered. That's another reason why I wanted to real quick hop into the division. But it's not going to cooperate with me. Nice flapjack maneuver. Down all of the big moves. I always find it interesting when I do these round-robin tournaments, even the ones I've done off-stream. There's always one or two people that underperform like crazy. You know, they don't win a single match, or if they do win a match, it's by count-out, so it's less points or whatever. You know, Seth Rollins did really bad in a tournament I did. I've seen the Revival do real bad. Although they did win. They did beat the Young Bucks in the tournament once. That was a cool feeling. Ah, Red Wedding. Ah, Sarah kicked out. And again, 2 Red Weddings. Two of them to put her away. That's what it took. The ironically recently married Sarah Logan succumbing to 2 Red Weddings. That's a pretty good match. I enjoyed that one. I didn't even look at what the judges said. The judges, in quotes. What was the evaluation percentage? 79. I would have given it more than that, but what do I know? I'm just the guy who put it together, right? Alright, next is Becky Lynch versus Zelina Vega. Alright, here we go. This is around the part where I screwed up when I first tried to stream this a couple months ago. I think at this point I selected like Alexa Bliss versus somebody. Fight. I think I did Alexa Bliss versus Veda Scott or something right now. Becky Lynch and her convoluted WWE storyline where she wins the Royal Rumble after replacing an injured Lana, and then is removed from her title match, and then fights her way back into her title match. I would have preferred just Becky versus Ronda at WrestleMania. This whole thing with Charlotte Flair is too much. See, that's what I would have done with the booking. I would have left it Ronda versus Becky, and then I would have made Flair go after Asuka's belt, and Asuka could get her win back from last year's WrestleMania when they foolishly ended her undefeated streak. So many things open on my computer. Mouse on still? Yes, I do. Cool. Over here now. Move my windows around. Trying to get the best take on this here. Zelina Vega is a pretty talented wrestler herself, but I feel like they underutilize a bit. Trying to monitor multiple views here. So make sure the stream's running okay, but I also want to watch my Japanese wrestling. Oh, Becky almost got it. I need to adjust Chelsea's thighs to waist ratio a little bit there. She's her thighs are doing that weird thing where they stick out from the hip, the way this game does. Creates a weird overlap seam thing. See it right there by her left hand. Nice back exploder. Nice knee drop. A couple seconds behind because I was looking at the playback, not the live feed. Like, will Becky be the one who underperforms? Because when I did the Round Robin Special Cup back in August, I would say it was, late fall, my take on the G1 Climax tournament. Round Robin Special Cup was won by Chad Gable of all people. He had a surprisingly dominant performance. I got undefeated. So there's always that. There's always, seemingly always, at least one person or team who underperforms, and then one person or team who just tears it up and has an amazing performance. Collision. See, I do this thing when I do the mixed tag, intergender tag champions. It's labeled mixed, but it's really intergender. When I do those tag matches, I like to put real life couples in the matches. You know, Brandy and Cody Rhodes, or Nikki Cross and Killian Dane. Ty Dillinger, Peyton Royce, Nick Aldis, and Mickey James, stuff like that. With Zelina Vega, it's a little more difficult because she manages Andrade on TV, but she's married to Aleister Black, so who do I team with? You know? What do we have while I'm thinking of that? On the next show. It's close. That's right. The next main card, Cody and Brandy Rhodes are gonna take. They're the champs. They're gonna take on Adam Cole and Britt Baker. funny how Adam Cole's the one in NXT, everyone else is AEW. Like that weird lecture to the back of Becky's head. Particularly, I like that she pulled her off the ground to do it. You know, like she couldn't do it while Becky was on the ground. It's a weird AI thing. Oh, Becky. Personal bias showing through, of course. That's what I do when I book the cards is I try to make them shows that I would want to watch in real life, like matchups I would love to see. You know, Kenny Omega versus Walter was, you know, our first main event once we rebranded as PolyNerdic ProWrestling with all the titles and whatnot. Because for a while we were using the IWGP belts that are in the game. Super kick. The kneeling Becky. I don't even know what Zelina Vega's finisher is. Have they ever even given her one on TV? You can't look on Wikipedia anymore. That's a weird thing that Wikipedia stopped doing. For a long time when you went to Wikipedia on a wrestler's page, they had a list of their moves. What they were called and what they actually were. They quit doing that for some reason. This awkward suplex over the ropes. I love when it happens, but it doesn't often look silly. One thing, like, I see a lot of heat on wrestling Twitter. People getting mad when someone says they wish New Japan had women's wrestling. You know, like, you know, stardom exists in Japan. Oh, Zelina Vega with the Vex floater. You know, stardom exists over there. Amongst other, I'm pretty sure there's other major women's promotions, but Stardom is the one that has a New Japan-like internet service that you can stream their matches and stuff. They don't have English commentary, they have English subtitles, but like, it's another $10 a month, and where I get upset when people get pissy, when people want New Japan to incorporate women's wrestling is that, like, they always make the statement that you just want New Japan to be the Japanese WWE. And while that's not entirely true, I would like to see women's wrestling in New Japan because I think it would be good, and I can't afford another $10 subscription. You know, I already have the network, I already have New Japan. That's $18 a month I spend in wrestling. I don't want another one. You know, like, it would be nice to see Stardom stuff incorporated into New Japan. It can still be its own promotion, but you can, like, you know, New Japan does crossover stuff with Ring of Honor and whatnot. Why not do some crossover with Stardom? Get some Stardom athletes on the New Japan shows, on the New Japan streams. That would be fantastic. Because there are some incredibly talented women wrestlers in Japan, and I just personally can't afford another streaming service. I don't like to be villainized for that, you know, like, you know, I gotta do things on a budget. I can't spend all my discretionary income every month on professional wrestling. One of the reasons why I keep the network, because it's entirely worth it for, you know, when I, you know, even if I only watch one pay-per-view, you know, just the big event of the month, if that's all I watch, it's worth it. because it's, you know, you're watching a much better price point than the old days when you had to pay, you know, $70 for WrestleMania. Maybe it's because I grew up, you know, lower middle class. I have just a better understanding of, you know, the fact that money is a finite resource. You know, the same argument pops up when you talk about new consoles coming out. You know, new consoles are exciting. It's cool to see what's coming, but also, like, the idea of shelling out $400 to $500 for another box to play my video games on isn't that appealing when, you know, you have bills and insurance and healthcare and student loans, and, you know, you gotta have clothes, you gotta pay for gas, you gotta pay for car insurance, all the things that we adults have to pay for. It makes it much less exciting when, you know, every 6 or 7 years they want to pass it, you know, they want you to pay a couple $100 for a new console. That's enough financial talk. It's depressing. Becky, no sell the super kick. Somebody go for a victory at some point. Be nice. See, this is why I should set a time limit, because these two just keep trying to steal the show, man. Slap a time limit on them and reins them in a bit. Sorry about the stuffiness. Yeah, I know I have not the most pleasant voice to begin with. I have this allergy shit on top of it. Doesn't help. Armor. That's it. Becky with the win. Becky with the victory. All right. I think this is the midpoint of the card here. This next match. They get a 94. Up next. Taeler Hendrix versus Sonya Deville. Drives me nuts that Hendrix is misspelled. But at the time I put this together, I'll have to double check. I don't think there's a better one on Fire Pro right now. I don't think you can get a more accurate one. Let's double check. Go to the Fire Pro website. Sonya Deville with the strikes. Takedown of Taeler. I haven't seen Taeler wrestle in a while. Let's see her come back somewhere. Ninja Turtles. It's the thing that drives me nuts about this. I want... There's so many talented indie wrestlers out there that aren't available on the Fire Pro website, like Nicole Matthews and Lana Austin. There's a version of her out there, but it's not a great one. Like there's a bunch of talented wrestlers, men and women both, that aren't available on the Fire Pro thing, but you can find shit like the Ninja Turtles, Shredder. I saw Jesus Christ on there the other day. It's like, come on. It's ridiculous. People put time and energy into that, but they leave out some really talented, wrestlers. I have a real hard time breathing. Hendrix hitting a real solid tombstone there on Sonya. A minute ago while I was trying to make it so I could breathe. I think Sonya Deville has a lot of potential too. I never did understand the teaming with her and Mandy Rose, but when it comes down to it, the Riot Squad doesn't make sense as much sense as a team either. But they make it work. Diving cross body. Slingshot cross body. Simultaneously, down on my computer monitor, Will Ospreay was hitting a springboard forearm. So, kind of like a phenomenal forearm. Tell you, if you don't watch New Japan, you're missing out. Again. We have to put it away. I like that Taeler Hendrix's clothesline again. This stuff's killing me. I don't know how professional broadcasters do it. I get a cold. In this case, an allergy thing. I haven't looked today, but the last couple days, the pollen count has been super high. It totally fucked my face up. My computer could be stupid. Oh, good lord. It won't let me minimize the file. It won't let me close any window. There we go. Jeez. Caught an awesome Spanish fly. From Osprey on Archer. And then in the process of fighting with that, I missed what happened in this match. Excuse me. How'd you put her away? Face slam. These matches ending in weird ways. Yep, there it was. That was a good move. So, Liv Morgan versus Allie is up next. So another member of the Riot Squad. And then Allie, another one of the characters that I have a different version of to use. But this is the version that got saved into the tournament. So this is not Allie with the face paint. See if Liv does better than Sarah did. You just crossed the halfway point of that last match. Counting this match, we got 5 more to go in day 1 of the Chel Raizer Invitational. A weird rolly move. Yeah, I have an updated version of Allie that's got the face paint and the purple getup that she wears. No blonde hair in the ring today. Not right now. Just slapping the taste out of Allie's mouth. Liv Morgan's another one. The whole Riot Squad in general has been underutilized on the main roster. Talk about it every time any of them are on. Ruby and Sarah are insanely talented, and Liv has come a very far, very long way from her NXT days. They're just used as fodder for whatever else is going on. Like, the ridiculousness of what happened with Ruby Riott and Ronda Rousey in February. Squash matches, basically. Gonna be it? Gonna be one of those sudden finishes like the very first match of the night?
1, 2.
Allie gonna win with a move right out of Killian Dane's playbook. Running crossbody. Sarah Logan shows up a moment too late. Just in time for it to end. That's another one of those stunning, out of nowhere finishes. That was something. Run up cutter, huh? Allie with the victory. Alright. Rhea Ripley versus Jordynne Grace is up next. That's a match I'd love to see. I like Rhea Ripley a lot, and Jordynne Grace is fast climbing up my rankings of women wrestlers in general, as a matter of fact. My first exposure to her was during All In, when she was in the Battle Royal. Was it the over budget Battle Royal or whatever it was they called it? That was good stuff. She's a good wrestler. I guess she wrestled Tessa Blanchard last night on Impact, and apparently had a pretty decent match at least from the clips of it I saw. Oh man, yeah, the clips I saw of the Grace Blanchard match looked really, really good. Oh, I'm so tired of being stuffed up, guys. I'm sorry. I think once this first day of this tournament's over, I'm gonna step away for a second and go get myself a box of Kleenexes. I can't breathe. Not that you need to hear me blowing my nose, but I can at least shut the mic off and take care of it. Just to talk it through my nose to you for entire streams. Plus it'll give me a chance to check out the status of the Division 2. I really, really want to get into that today. I love the image that went around about a month and a half or so ago with Rhea Ripley standing next to Pete Dunne because they have almost identical haircuts. Yep, him coming out front. Get up there with me. If Rhea Ripley loses, it's Gail Kim's fault. After assuming Gail and Yim hold on to the women's tag belts, we're going to have to find Rhea a tag team partner. See, that's another one. What's her name? Reina Gonzalez. She'd be fantastic in this game. Rhea Ripley's NXT tag team partner. But, nowhere to be found in the creative player suite. I'm personally not good enough with the creative wrestlers to make her myself. I can't make R&R. I'm sure I can find a heel woman team Rhea Bailey with the roll up. Nice surprising victory there after the Gail Kim interference. Next match, as I have it laid out, is Isla Dawn versus Kelly Klein. The fictional teaming of Isla Dawn and Ember. I think that's a nice pairing of wrestlers. Especially their names work out well too. I like that this guy Mikey Nichols goes from being underutilized in NXT to being a member of Chaos in New Japan. He gets himself into a tournament match with Okada. That's what you call trajectory. Klein, of course, recently the Women of Honor champion in Ring of Honor. Built in Cincinnati, Ohio, so got a little personal bias there. Really like Isla Dawn, though. Enjoyed her work since I've seen her come to NXT UK. I think their characters, Isla Dawn and Ember Moon, going back to what I was saying, I think their characters pair up well. Made for an interesting tag team duo. Unfortunately, they didn't win. Those of you that have not watched anything, I've done this before. The current women's tag champs here on this little show are Mia Yim and Gail Kim. So Mia or Maya, I can never remember. Yim and Kim. They won the tournament, so. Hook. Couple well-placed elbows to the face. Kelly Klein wins. That was quick. Yeah, match was too short to be rated any higher than that. Wasn't very back and forth, kind of one-sided. Not quite a squash, though. Alright, Evilise versus Veda Scott. That's what we actually... Hey, the computer worked with me. That's what I had written down as what should be the next match, and that's what it gave us. I need to find myself a version of Vega that is written in English, though, so it's easier to identify. Once this match gets started, I'm going to step away for just a second.
Fight! Two!
Alright, I'm back. Had to step away and try to deal with this allergy situation. Take some medicine for it. Also, had to open windows. You know, it's counterintuitive to the allergy situation, but I needed some airflow in this apartment. Let's get stuff in here. Almost as stuffy as my face was. Veda Scott and Evilise, another two women from the indie circuit that I absolutely adore watching. I don't know what's up lately with Veda Scott and her weird mascot head thing she's been doing. I enjoy watching her in the ring. She pushes the ropes, yeah. Spear. So is that going to be enough? That's pretty quick. That was a pretty quick match. When I saw it, it looked pretty good though. Release with the win. I got one more match on day one. As soon as I hit the right button. Oh, he at least calls that the Desert Eagle, huh? Next one. Hey, it pulled up the right match again. That's the second time in a row. Mandy Rose versus B. Priestley. Another reminder that B. Priestley, this version, is not the version I've been using. It's just the version that was saved in this tournament. I've got an updated version of her. Hopefully this match ends before my groceries arrive, as I mentioned earlier. I just got the notification that they'll arrive soon. It's a very vocal beat recently. Interesting hold. Alright, give me just a second here. I'm going to step away again. It sounds like my groceries just got here. So I put them away real quick. Enjoy this match without my stuffed up voice interfering in it. How the hell is that for timing? I didn't even get the groceries put up yet, and this match is over, so that gives me time to put my groceries away. While I take a break, I'm gonna check on the status of the Division 2, see where it's at in the download, put my groceries away, and then depending on where Division 2 is, we will either return with day 2 of this tournament, or I'll jump over to Division 2. So, thank you for watching up to this point. I'm going to take a quick break, like I said, and I'll be right back with more of either this or that, that being Division 2. But thank you for watching day 1 of the Chel Raizer Invitational. Let's take a look at the rankings before we go. So, there's our victor so far. Early in the tournament, you know, the points really don't matter too much. It's once we get into day 4 and 5 that we really see who's pulling ahead. But I've enjoyed it so far. Let's just see where it goes from here. And let's see where the day goes from here. If we do day 2 right after this, record it right after this, or if we switch to Division 2. So enjoy the break. I'll be back.